Hello guys, and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we started resolving the issue that were related to mobile view, let's say responsiveness issue. So let's move to inspect and let me show you what we did in the previous video. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented the jQuery function so that, let's say if I'm using a mobile and let's say if I'm trying to access the dashboard, I won't be able to see the sidebar navigation which was showing like this previously. So yeah, we have successfully resolved this issue. Let me show you with the refresh. So right here, whenever let's say whenever I'm going to log into my dashboard, I'm going to see my dashboard just like this right here. So yeah guys, let's move forward, and in this specific video we are going to cover some more mobile responsiveness issues. So let's move to categories. Let me show you. So first of all guys, right here you can see we have a table responsiveness issue. So let's say if I am moving from web to mobile view, I won't be able to see all the data that is inside the table right here. Okay, so first of all we are going to fix that, and for that I need to access Sublime. So let's move to Sublime, resources, views, backend, and let's move to categories right here. Okay, so first of all, by default we have a bootstrap class, so that using which we can make a table responsive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write on card body table responsive, just like that. Okay, let's do a refresh right here, and now you can see our table is inside the div right here, and we can scroll it so that we can see the data. Okay, of course guys, we can't make the font size very small. Let's say if you want to see the details, what you need to do is you need to scroll, that's it. Because let's say if I'm going to define the size of these font to, let's say 3 pixel, it is, let's say, very difficult for a specific user to read it, not a specific for every user, sorry guys. Okay, so yeah, next thing I want to cover is I want to remove the side padding from right here. Okay, so for that let's click on this one right here so that we can inspect it easily. So yeah, we have a card body, flex, minimum height, and padding right here. So let's remove this padding, and you can see it is going to fix our issue. Okay, but we are going to have some padding like zero padding up right here and at the bottom, but yeah, we can fix it. So let's move. Now I need actually, by inspecting this tool right here, inspecting the card, now I know that what I need to do. Actually in this case I need to remove the padding. So let's move to the function, sorry, not the function, but actually we need to move to card body, and first of all I'm going to apply the inline CSS. So style, and let's say padding 0 pixel, and it's important, sorry for that. Okay, just like that. Let's view it in action. Let's do a refresh, and now you can see it is going to resolve our issue. Okay, but now let me show you one more thing. Let's move to the web view, and right here you can see by doing that, by defining the style to 0, let's say padding 0 pixel, we are going to have something like this on the web browser. Actually guys, we have a very efficient way to resolve these sort of issue, which I'm going to cover in this specific video. So yeah, first let's move and let's remove this from here, and let's make a class out of it. Okay, so let's move to custom.css related to backend. You can see right here the folder structure. So yeah, let's create a class. I'm going to name it custom card body 0 pad. Okay, and let's do, let's say padding 0 pixel. Okay guys, let's move. Okay, first I need to apply this class on the card body, sorry, not here but here. Okay, let's save it, let's do a refresh, and now you can see it's working fine. Okay, but now I want to remove the padding from the top and the bottom. So in that case, what we can do is we can only apply padding 0 from the left and the right side. So let's move back to the custom.css, and let's rename it to, sorry, let's define it as padding left, just like that. Okay, and let's define one more. I'm going to name it, let's say, not name it, but we are going to define for the right side now, right 0, just like that. Let's do a refresh. So right here you can see we don't have a padding from left, neither from the right, but we have a padding from top and the bottom, which looks fine. Now let's try to resolve this issue. Let's move to the web view. Let's do a refresh. So right here you can see a table sucks on the web browser. So what I'm going to do is, for this reason, I'm going to define a media query. So let's move to Sublime once again. In the C, let's move to custom CSS once again, just so that we are on the same page. Okay, now I'm going to define a media query. Media screen and minimum width 320 pixel and max width is, let's say, the pad pixel, so 768, which is by default 768. So yeah, now I'm going to move this class inside this media query. Okay, and let's see what happens. If you guys don't know about it, it's really interesting. You will see this in action right now. So let's do a refresh. So you can see we are simply using our class to reduce the padding from left and right, and let's move to the web browser. So right here you can see everything is working like a charm, but whenever we move to the mobile view, we are going to see the zero padding from left and right and whatever we have defined in the class. So guys, actually this media screen query, this is actually an query where we defined the minimum and the maximum width, which is exactly right here. Okay, so using this we are telling the, let's say, program that what I need to do is, let's say you need to check for the width of the mobile. Let's say if you have a mobile, let's say iPhone, it is going to have some different width. Each iPhone has some different minimum width, or let's say each screen width is different. So actually in this case we are defining a minimum and the maximum width, so that let's say if we are if any of specific user is using a mobile which is in range of this that we have defined, 320 pixel to 768 pixel, we are going to show it, we are going to apply the class which we defined right here. So that is going to resolve our issue, and it isn't going to do anything for the web, let's say web view. Right here you can see the difference. Okay, so yeah, let's move on. Now the next thing I want to do is, let's open this sidebar, and right here you can see that everything collapsed. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to fix this. So yeah, let's click on this H6 and let's see what we can do. Actually we don't need to change the font weight, yeah, but we can play with the font size. So once again, I'm not going to reduce the size of H6 on the normal web view, but I'm going to implement it for the mobile view. So yeah, let's create a custom class, custom H6, and I'm going to say, let's say font size, and it should be 13 pixel. Okay, and let's say important. Actually we don't need to define important, but in this case let's keep it like that. Okay, let's do a refresh, and right here, okay, sorry, my mistake, I need to apply this class right here, custom H6. That's why we weren't able to see any difference right here. So yeah, now you can see we have successfully reduced our size. So let's move to the button. Okay, and click on it, and right here let's see what we can do. So actually it's just a color right here, and let's move to BTN. So actually this is what we need to change, the size and the padding. So yeah, we can simply do that by creating a class once again, custom class. So custom, and let's say BTN, and it should be something like font minus hyphen size, let's say, and once again 13px important, and let's move and let's define the padding as well. So padding 3px important. Okay, let's apply this class right here to the button, which is actually right here. We are creating a button using an anchor. So yeah, custom btn, just like that. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so we have successfully reduced the size of the heading and the button. So now let's open the sidebar. So yeah, everything is working like a charm. So yeah guys, that's it. Now we can apply the same classes to all the other tables. So let's move and let's do for one or two, and for the remaining tables you can do it on your own by just defining the class. So let me show you an example. So let's move to tags. Okay, and you can see everything is like collapsed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's move to tags, this one. Okay, let's define the classes. So for the H6 I have a custom h6. Okay, for the button I have custom btn. Okay, and for the table I have two classes, table responsive and custom card body 0 pad, just like that. Let's do a refresh, and yeah, seems to be working perfectly fine. You can see that we have reduced the size. Okay, now let me show you another example. So let's move, in this case let's move to the blog page, which has some huge amount of data. You see we are not able to scroll once again. So let's move to blog blades. So this one, blogs, let's apply the classes. So custom h6. Okay, and define custom btn right here, custom btn. Okay, and right here table responsive. Okay, and one more, custom card body 0 pad. Okay, let's see it in action. Let's do a refresh, and yes, it's working fine. You can see we can scroll now. Okay, and everything is aligned. Let's try to open the sidebar, and yeah, everything is working fine. So you can do the same procedure. You can just apply the classes to the remaining of pages, but actually I'm going to show you one more which doesn't have let's say button right here. So in that case you don't need to apply the button related class. So let me show you an example, because every other page is same except this one and the contact one, I think. Okay, and the user one as well. So awaiting approval, this one. Okay, so here I have a heading, so I'm going to apply custom h6. I have a table, I don't have a button, so yeah, table responsive. Okay, and custom card body 0 pad. Let's see it in action once again. Let's do a refresh, and yes, working fine. So yeah, you can do the same procedure for the remaining pages. Let's say contact and the right here, you know now at least how to you can fix it. So you can do the same for the user. Let's move to CMS. Actually we don't need to do anything right here. Yeah, everything is fine. Okay, and let's move. Yeah, everything is fine, so we don't need to do anything right here. But let me open this one. Yeah, everything is fine, so I don't even need to reduce the size here. Okay, so simply guys, what you need to do is apply the same classes for the user, for the let's say blogs, awaiting blogs, and the last one that is related to the contact related messages right here. Okay, so yeah, that's it from this specific video. In the next video we are going to cover the blog details related, or let's say creation of a blog page responsive issue, which are right here. Let me show you. So yeah guys, we are going to fix that in the later upcoming videos. So yeah, that's it from this specific video. I hope you guys like this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready for the next one. Okay, take care.